Okay, everybody, welcome. My name is Megan, and I am with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. As most of you know, I do see already a couple new names in the Zoom today. So, welcome to this workout. We meet every Thursday at noon, and it's a little bit different every time. So, hopefully, we get in some movement that works for you, and I'll try and give my best to give different variations and alternatives depending on what you're working with. If you don't feel that I've given a good alternative for you, you can write it in the chat, especially if it's somebody I haven't worked with before. Just write in the chat saying something doesn't work for you, and I'll try and give you an alternative movement instead. Okay, but this is for everybody. Anyone can join in, no matter what your abilities are, and just know that nobody can see you. So if I'm moving too fast or you feel like something's too challenging, you don't have to do it. You can always slow it down. You can always watch and do it another time. These videos are recorded and posted, so you can always have access to them later. All right, so let's get started. Today, we're not going to be using too much equipment, actually. If you have some type of a release ball for release work, you can grab that. And I'm not going to demonstrate with one. I'm just going to use my hands. But if you would prefer a ball, like a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball is really handy, you can grab that. Otherwise, we are going to use a band. I'm going to suggest a band that is probably a little more intense if you have more than one. And no, Kim, I cannot see you, which is perfect. But hopefully you can see me. Okay, so a band that's a little bit more heavy. If you're not sure what that means and you have no idea what we're doing, just have a couple, if you have a couple with you, of different strengths or resistances. And then once we do that, the exercises, you can figure out what works for you. Okay, and then also we're going to have a dowel. So just 2 pieces of equipment today, because we're going to be doing some body weight type stuff as well. Okay, so we'll set those things down, set those aside. Today's theme is rowing and rotating. So we're going to be doing a lot of posterior chain and a lot of core work. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start with getting into your pecs. So we're going to sit tall. If you can sit away from the backrest of your chair, that's best. Or maybe you can put some padding up against if you still need to lean back. But if you get yourself out of the dump of your chair, that would be really handy for this as well, if possible. The other option is a chest strap. Okay, so we're going to get in nice and deep behind the breast tissue. So if you're female, you want to dig in and around and get deep into those muscles here. Okay, so whether you're a forearm crutch user or a wheelchair user or manual, even if you sit in a power chair or a scooter, these get really, really tight. Okay, and we want to get into these muscles and open them up so that we can access more of our posterior chain today, so back body. Okay, this is all going to help with improved posture and core strength. And it can also help with any aches and pains you might have from tightness in here. Okay, so getting into that area. Keep going. Okay. And then we're going to come right up into the trap here. So we're going right up into the neck. So I always put my hand on my elbow to support, but you're just going to dig in and find the area that feels tender, or maybe like a guitar string, or maybe it feels like a rock. And we want to get in there, working into those areas so we can get bigger movement, better range. Okay, and then once you find a spot there that's extra tender or extra hard, you can pin it. So push down, and you're going to pull your ear away to the other side of your other shoulder. So I'm going to pull this ear down, and you should start to feel a bit of tension in here. So we pin the area, pin with your fingers, and then pull. Okay, make sure when you do this that our chin isn't hanging forward like this. So if I'm facing sideways, we don't want to be here. We need to make sure our chin is back, and then we pull. Okay, and that's going to help actually pull that muscle. So if you're somebody that doesn't feel it, make sure that you're really staying in alignment. Okay, let's do 4 more here. 2 and 3 and 4. Good. Okay, shake that out. Now we're going to come into the other side. So release those pecs on the other side. That's it, getting nice behind that breast tissue, working to release those pec muscles. I can get so very tight, sometimes spastic for some of us. Driving in. Okay, and then once we're done that, come up into the neck. You can support with your opposite hand, and you're just going to drive in to the traps here, the upper trap muscles, finding that guitar spot or tender or rock hard. Everybody's going to have a little bit different, but I do guarantee that you will have something up here. Everybody does. Okay. Finding those areas. Then after you've searched a little bit, you can kind of go to where it feels the most like intense or maybe the most tender. Push those fingers down, make sure your chin is tucked back, and then pull that ear to the opposite side. Okay, and again, pin and pull. And again, pin and pull. Last 4. 1. And this is 2. And 3. And 4. Good. All right, now you're going to take the other hand, bring it up over your head. You can have it just up or you can have it behind your head. And we're going to do some nice activation slaps right up along the side of our body. So we're getting right into the latissimus dorsi muscle, which is really actually quite large. And this is going to help us with all of our rowing, okay, and some of our rotations. So getting up in there, just nice slaps just to awaken those muscles, get some blood flow, getting some awareness there. This is really handy for those of you that have some altered sensation and need a little bit of extra help here. Okay, good. Once you're done that, we'll shake it out, other side. So now I bring my other hand up behind, just to expose your side body, and nice slaps all up and long here. So you can't see it, but I'm going basically to my bottom of my ribs right here, and then up into the armpit. And I'm trying to reach past, trying to reach back, right? 3, 2, 1, and bring that down. Good. All right, neck rotations to start. So we're going to look to the side, rotate, sitting up as tall as we can, and center and side. Just follow along if you're new. I'm going to guide you through this whole workout. And over, and center, and over, and center, and over, and center. One more time. Over, center, over. And now we're going to take the bottom jaw and try and bring it on top of the top jaw. Up and center. And now we're going to tuck the chin, grab something, and then center. Good. And up, center, grab something with your chin, and in. Good. Up and center, grab something, and in. Up and center. This is your last chin tuck. And now we're going to tip. So we just did this. This should feel nice and big. Big stretch here. Up. We just released these. Ooh, I'm a lot tighter on this side. So just notice which side has a bit more range for you. And up. Good. Tip. Not pushing it too much. It shouldn't be painful. It should just be a nice stretch. That's it. Okay, one more time each side. Up and center and up. And now we're going to do some shoulder rolls coming forward. 1, nice and big. 2 and 3. 4 and 5. 6 and 7. 8. This is 9 and 10. Other way, and 1. Big circles. 2 and 3. Let your arms hang. 4 and 5 and 6. This is 7 and 8 and 9. We're going to repeat that again. 1, coming forward. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. This is 6, 7. Just do what you can. If you're not on my tempo, that's okay. And reversing it. And 1, 2 and 3 4, 5, and 6, 7. This is 8, 9, and 10. Today we're going to reach over. We're going to tap, rotate over, and then back to center. Reach over, try and tap over your shoulder, and back to center. And tap, and center, and tap. Feel your feet on the floor, nice and solid. Tap, and center, and tap, and center. Awesome. This is 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to reach up and over. So we're going to take the arm up and reach over to the opposite wall. So we're not reaching up to the ceiling like we typically do. We're going to reach up and over and then back up, make space with your arm. So create a shape in space, nice and big. Up and over, reach over that head, getting that armpit to show up to the ceiling, and then back other side, reaching nice and big, up and over. Reach, and excellent. Other side, reach, up and over, and other side, reach, up and over, and other side. You're doing great. Reach, up and over. Make sure you're stretching through your fingertips. So we're getting a nice big stretch through the nerves even, okay? The nerves run right through and we get the nice big stretch, and we can stretch all the way through the fingers. That's it, good. Okay, now we're gonna round the spine. So we're gonna tuck the chin, round all the way down until you can't go anymore. Really think of making a big mountain out of your upper back. Okay, you can even pull the backs of your legs so you're a bit more down towards your feet. Slowly rolling up. Okay, hands behind you if you can, shoulder blades in your back pockets, eyes to the sky, and heart up to the ceiling. Good, and then we're gonna do this again. Tuck that chin, rounding in the spine, all the way down till you can't go anymore. Slowly rolling up. Hands behind you if you can, shoulder blades in your back pockets, eyes and heart to the ceiling. Reach. That's it, everybody. 2 more. Rounding in the spine, feet flat on the floor, tucking that chin, slowly rolling up, all the way, hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart up to the ceiling. Deep breath here as we transition for the last time. Tuck that chin, rounding in the spine, heavy, all the way heavy over your feet. Slowly rolling up, draw those abs in, eyes up to the ceiling, heart up to the ceiling, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Okay, good, awesome. Okay, now we're gonna grab your dowel and we're just gonna do a little bit more to warm up the shoulders and the back. So I want you to have your dowel out in front of you and your hands are gonna be wider than your shoulders, so anywhere you'd like. If you have shoulder pain or you know that you have tighter shoulders and it's hard for you to take your hands overhead, I recommend taking your hands as wide as your dowel, okay? Otherwise, you can bring them in for a little bit more of a challenge. Okay, so we're gonna start with the dowel at your knees or at your lap, and you're gonna stretch the dowel straight up and over, up over the head, right to be above to the crown of the head, and then all the way back down, okay? You don't have to take it out and away if you're gonna fall forward. You can also take it up through the body, up and then back down, okay? Depends on how much core strength you're working with. Here we go for 10. Keep looking ahead at the monitor. We're not looking up at the dowel. The eyes have nothing to do with this. We actually want to keep them forward. 2 and down. That's it. Creating space under those armpits. 3. Good. And 4. Getting full, nice full range. If you can't get over your head, you're trying your best. 5. If you have shoulder pain, then go before you feel pain. And 6, so just work in a pain-free range. And this is 8. And coming up 9. We're going to do one more. And coming up 10. And now from here, I want you to challenge yourself, keep the dowel above your head, and you're gonna twist and center and twist and center and twist. Keep that dowel up as best as you can. Twist, center. If you need to bring it down, you can. Otherwise, arms stay up. 4 more here. This is 1. Feel those feet in the floor. 2. And this is 3. And this is 4. And then bring the arms down. Good. Last one in this series, we're gonna have the arms out in front of us. Elbows are in, and we're gonna rotate and then center. Rotate and center, okay? 10 on each side. So we're gonna be doing quite a few of these. Try and exhale on the rotation, and notice how my dowel isn't rotating all the way back. I'm not kicking it back like this. I'm just taking it as far as my belly button can go. So it's as if you have a string on your belly button and it attaches to the middle of that dowel, and it can only move as far as your belly button can. Breathing. And good. Awesome. Over halfway, everybody. Rotate. And this is 8. And 8. And 9. And 9. Last set. Boom. And boom. And awesome. Good. Okay, we're going to repeat all of that again. So we have our up and over around the world. And then we have our hands overhead rotation. And then we're going to bring it back down, and we're going to do dowel rotations in front of the chest. Okay, so get some water right now if you need it. Friendly reminder, pretty much 99% of these exercises are found on Ocean Insider Club. So if you are a member and you need help with these later, you can always go look them up by name. I'll try and keep naming them for you. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can ask me after, shoot me a message, and I can tell you a little bit more about it, okay? So here we go. Starting with our around the world. 3, 2, and 1. Taking it up and over. Remember to keep your focus straight ahead. We don't need the eyes to go up to the ceiling. It's actually not going to help you, even though it feels like it might. 4, and 5, and 6. Good. And 7, and 8. This is 9, and 10, and awesome. Good. Take it up, and now we twist. 1, rotate 2, exhale 3, and 4. Just let your eye gaze go with the movement. 5, and 6. Awesome, everybody. 4 more. 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and bring it down. Beautiful. Okay, now we're doing rotations. Dowel's right in front of our belly button, string attached. Exhale, rotate. It's not very big because we're trying to get that core to work nice and tall. 20 here. And 7, and 8. Exhale 9. And 10. Awesome. You're halfway. 1, and 2, and 3. Exhale 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8. This is 9, and 10, and relax. Awesome. Good. Okay, grab a sip of water, and then grab your band. Okay, so what we're gonna do today are some variations of rows. So we're gonna start with a basic row bent over. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this down all the way to my feet. Back this up a little bit. Okay, and my feet are either on the floor if you're sitting on a chair. Otherwise, you can put the band under like your foot plates. There should be something to attach your band to down there. Okay, it can be the foot plates, it can be your wheels, but you're gonna put the band down here. Okay, then you're gonna have a bolster or a pillow or something on your lap so that we can sit upright and we're not rounding forward, okay? Because what we're gonna be doing is a bent over row with the band, okay? But I don't wanna see a rounded spine like this. So I'm not gonna use one because I can hold that bent over position. So if you can hold that bent over position or you have rods in your back, then you won't need something here. But most of us, we're gonna need a pillow or something just to prop us up here, okay? Then you're gonna grab the band, and in that propped up position, you're gonna keep your eyes down at the floor and you're gonna row the band up like so, okay? So let's do this. I'm gonna keep the camera where it is so that everybody can see. I think we're very clear on what's happening down at my feet. Okay, so draw the abdominals in. We're gonna tip forward. We have our band. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're here for 15 reps. Okay, squeeze. And 3. And 4. Nice. Core nice and tight. 5. Pushing into the floor. 6. And 7. And this is 8. Exhale, 9. Remember, if you're not at my tempo, that's okay. Last 5 here. 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And this will be my 5. And take a break. Good. Take the band out. Awesome. So if you are somebody that needs a little bit of grip support, you can either do this, or you might have already, some of you have been in my class before. It might be a good idea to do something like this, where you knot the ends so that you actually have a handle and you can either put it through your wrist or have your hand like so, okay? Write some comments if anyone's having troubles with that, because I kind of just skipped over that part, okay? Otherwise, you can just do what I did and hold it, okay? So now we still are gonna use the band. So grab that band, and now we're gonna set that with a single arm row, okay? So you're either gonna go to a door and have this on a door, and then you're gonna face it, and you're gonna do a single arm row like so, okay? If you don't wanna move, or that takes too much time, or you want a little bit more core strength, go ahead and wrap this around one hand, extend it, and this is gonna be your anchor. And you're gonna row from your other hand like I'm showing. Okay, you can face this way and do it so you can watch me. I'm just doing it this way so that y'all can see my setup. Okay, so 15 on each side. Hopefully that was enough time for everyone. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna pull and release. Pull, good. Remember, if you're not at my tempo, I don't care. I just want you to keep moving. That's it. And 5. Think of squishing that armpit. Last 5 here. 1 and 2 and 3. This is my 4 and this is my 5. Excellent. Okay, I'll give you a couple seconds to set up the other side. If you're at a door, all you need to do is just put the band in the other hand. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Pull and pull and pull. Getting taller, bracing in those abdominals. And 8, 9, 10. Last 5 here. 1 and 2. And 3, and 4, and 5. Take a break. Good. One more in the circuit, everybody. We're gonna leave the band. You're gonna grab your dowel, and we're gonna do a little bit of a dynamic movement here. So what that means is we're gonna be rowing, or kayaking, you should say, for time. So we're gonna be dipping, as if we're dipping our dowel into the water, and then coming back to center. Dip, 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 and dip. Okay, so whoosh, whoosh, just like you're out on the water. I'm going to time us for 1 whole minute. Okay, and then we'll take a break. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. So dip a little further than what I'm showing because I would hit my couch. If y'all are sitting on a chair, you should have nothing but space at the outside of your chair to dip down. So dip down as best as you can, as long as you're not losing your posture. We're not going to be tipping forward. I want you dipping down, but staying as tall as you can. Okay, good. You are already halfway. Breathing. Be as quick as you can with good form. So I don't want to see any throwaway movements. Should be really controlled, like you're moving through water. Breathing. Keep going. You're almost there. We have about 8 seconds left. Just keep moving. 3, 2, and relax. Awesome. Okay, that is our circuit. It's very dynamic. And because we're going from down, up to cardio, I'm going to give you a little longer break because some of us with the lower blood pressure, that's a lot. So I'm going to time your rest. I want you to take at least 45 seconds. If you don't feel ready to do this again, by the time I start, just hang tight. I don't want you starting quite yet. Or you can cut out the cardio. That would be the one thing, part of this tri-set that would be affecting your heart rate too much, okay? So 45 seconds, do your thing. We're gonna start this again. Otherwise, you can get water and set your band up again around your feet or your foot plates, okay? And you still have 15 seconds before we start. So just for those that need to see it again, I'm just gonna put my timer there. I'm just gonna put the band under my feet or under foot plates, and then I'm gonna grab it, okay? So that's our first one. Okay. Ready? Here we go. In 3. So abs tight, reaching forward, grabbing that band. 2 and 1. And we roll. And 2. And 3. And 4. 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Nice. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. 10, staying tall. And 4. And 3. And 2. And this is 1. Beautiful. Take the band out. Set yourself up for your row. So I'm going to start on the opposite side. Okay, I recommend switching it up once in a while, unless you have a side that really needs help. If you have a side that really needs help and it needs a little bit of a reminder, start with your dominant side and then your other side will mirror it, okay? But if you're not sure and they feel pretty similar, just get in the habit of switching your starting side, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Pull, pull. Squeezing that shoulder blade. This is a similar movement to what we just did. So it should feel pretty similar. We're just isolating each side now, and we're horizontal. So hitting a little bit different. Okay, and this is 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and that's 1. Excellent. Okay, give you a second to switch, other side. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. And row. And 2. Driving that elbow down and back. And 4. Feeling that lat tighten. Think of squishing that armpit. Eyes are just right over the hand that is guiding you, or you're looking at where the band is attached. So if you're at a door, you're just looking at the door handle. Last 3 here. 2, and that's 3, and take a little break. Okay, remove the band. Go ahead and get your dowel. I'm going to set the timer up here. Here we go. 1 minute with our kayaks again. Remember to sit tall. 3, 2, and 1. And here we go. Dipping down. Nice and tall. Think of rotating through the belly button. That's it, everybody. Keep going. You are already halfway. Breathing. Nice and smooth. You can go as quick as you want as long as your movement is controlled. Okay, we don't want to throw away any movement here. Try and move quickly with precision with every little rotation you do. Doing great. We have about 12 seconds left. Keep at it. This is 3, 2, 1, and recover. Good. Okay, everybody, we are basically halfway on that. So take a little break, and then we're going to do those 3 again. I'm going to give the same break time, 45 seconds. We're doing 4 rounds of this today, okay? Here we go. Water, questions, comments in the chat. Okay, starting in about 15 seconds. So get ready, place your band under your feet again, or under your foot plates. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to show everybody this time because I think we know what we're doing now. Grab your bolster or your pillow or your pad, whatever it is that's going to go on your lap. Set yourself up, lift through that chest. Abs are tight. Here we go. Reaching forward, 3, 2, and we're rowing 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Good breathing. Do as best as you can. Pick your tempo. This is 4 for me, counting down. 3. This is 2, and this is my 1, and relax. Excellent. Take that band out. Go ahead and set yourself up. So your dominant side, if the other side needs a little assistance. Otherwise, you're going to start on the opposite side of what you just did. So I'm going to go this way. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1, and we're driving that elbow down and back, squishing that armpit. 6. If this feels easy and you have multiple bands, then I recommend just trying to have your band, because these rows, if done correctly, can be quite strong. If you're unsure of your form, then stick with lighter, and maybe we can always go over it later if anybody has questions. Last 5, 1, and 2, and this is my 3, and 4, and 5. Excellent. Okay, other side. Switching over, getting my setup, starting in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, and row. And 2, 3. Working that back body, getting taller with every row. Don't forget that posture. Body awareness. We're building it. Last 5, 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and that's your 5. Good. Okay, band aside. Dowel. Going back into your kayaks. 1 minute here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and you're on the clock. 1 minute. Get those feet, feel those feet planted into the floor or the foot pedals. And I haven't said this until now, but make sure when you're doing this rotation, it's coming from your core, right? We want to come from the rotating from the belly button, not wiggling in the hips. So there's no wiggling below the belly button. You should feel your hips sinking into your chair, feel heavy, light in the upper body, rotating. All that power comes from your core, your torso. Here we go. You're using your hip muscles to stabilize, not to wiggle around. Nice, everybody. Just keep breathing. Focus on that breath. You've got about 15 seconds from here. Try and match your breath with your rotations. This is 3, 2, 1, and recover. Good. Okay, everybody, you heard me earlier. We're doing 4 rounds. So we have 1 more round of these 3, and then we're moving on, I promise. Okay, so same thing. I'm giving you the 45-second break. For those of you that need it, get some water, get ready, set your band up under your feet again. Questions or comments? Now is the time. Okay, we still have about 10 seconds here. Everybody seems to be quite quiet. It's probably a good thing. All right, here we go. 3, 2, grabbing your band, 1, and we're bent over. 15 reps here. Here we go. Last time, everybody, nice and strong. Do what you can. You can always sit rounds out, okay? Everybody's different, and I'm trying to make it so that everybody gets a challenge. So if you're not wanting to do, or we don't feel good about doing a 4 set, don't do it. Okay, you can just listen and pick up cues. Last 5. And 2, really squeezing those shoulder blades. 4 and 5. Good. Take the band out, bring it up. We're going to start on that, either the side you ended with or the side that you feel more dominant on if we need help. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Pull. And 6. Good. Breathing, squeezing that armpit. This is my 10. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's my 1. And excellent. Go ahead and switch sides. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and drive that elbow back. Getting your posture as tall as possible. Think of a light shining out the crown of your head, right up to the ceiling. We can always get a little bit taller. And 4, and 3, and 2, and that's 1, and relax. Okay, everybody, last time with this variation of your kayaks. So put the band aside, dowel ready. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice, everybody. Keep moving. Get that heart rate up. Smooth movement. Feel those feet in the floor. No wiggle parties in your hips. only in the belly button. Rotate that belly button as best as you can. Drive that dowel into the water, not like I'm doing because I'm on a couch, but you should get it down low. Everybody should be probably not on a couch but me. Keep going. That's it, everybody. Keep going. Inhale, inhale, exhale, really rotate. Everything you got for these last 12 seconds. If you come back to this video, you can add music. Make it a little more fun, a little more motivating. 2, you can drown me out. 1, and relax. Excellent. Okay, you're done with that circuit, but don't get rid of your dowel. We're gonna hang out and do a little bit more dowel work, okay? I'm timing your rest, 30 seconds, and then we're getting started. So get water. This next one is also gonna be a timed interval, okay? We're gonna do a couple of them. So we're getting into a little bit more of the anabolic, more aerobic style here. Still strength, but getting a little bit more movement in. Okay, starting in about 10 seconds. Okay. So this next series, we're just going to superset 2 things together. So the first one is going to be similar to what we just did, but we're going to add a press. So remember these we did at the beginning? So you're going to add that in between each kayak, or sorry, in between one kayak. So you're going to go 1, 2, press. And then again, 1, 2, press. Okay, notice I'm going in the same direction. So I'm always going right, left, up, and then I'm going back, right, left, up. So I don't care which way you go, just pick a way and just stick with that pattern, okay? So for time, 1, 2, here, 1, 2, here. After 1 minute, you're gonna bring it down and we're gonna rotate and punch back to center. Rotate, punch, back to center. Rotate, punch, back to center. When you punch, I want you to think of pulling that arm back. So we're pulling over, punch. Pull over, punch. Pull over, punch, okay? You're gonna get 1 minute to do both, okay? We're going right into each other, so there's no stopping of the clock. So we're gonna do 1 minute, kayak, kayak, up. As soon as we're done that, just watch me and I'll take you right into this for 1 minute. No stopping of the clock. Here we go. Ready? If this is too much, if the overhead is too much for you, if you keep your kayak going, you can omit this. Okay, what I mean by that is if you find you're getting lightheaded or your arms are tired, it will be easier to stick with the basic kayak. Okay, so that's the regression from that if you don't want to do the overhead. The other option is to stop whenever you're done. You don't have to do the full minute. Okay, you can wait till you catch up with us on this. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Kayak, kayak, up. Kayak, kayak, up. Remember, you're at your own timing. You don't have to match me. That's it. Just keep breathing. Focus on your tempo, your smoothness, and your movement quality. If you've helped to match me, that's fine. Otherwise, just focus on what you're doing. I'm just here to guide you. There's no wrong or right. It's whatever's going to benefit you the most. Okay, we're already over halfway. For those of you that are like, oh my gosh, when are we done? Keep going. That's it, everybody. Breathing. We got about 10 seconds left before we transition into our row rotation punch. Here we go. Almost there. Getting ready. Last press. Now we're going to transition. We pull, punch, pull it in, rotate, punch, pull it in, rotate, punch, pull it in, rotate. Getting taller, abs in. We're here for 1 minute. Feel those feet in the floor. You can follow me if you need to get the pattern, that's fine. Okay. Excellent, everybody. We have 30 seconds left. Just keep moving. If your arms are getting tired, do your best. You can always take the punch out and just do the rotation. All of these movements we've done already in the workout, we're just combining them, right? And punch. And punch. And punch. That's it, 5 seconds. And take a little break. Okay, 45-second rest again. And then we're doing it one more time today. You're almost done this workout. We just have one more. One more round, okay? No comments or questions today. Everybody's probably just working hard, I'm assuming. That's awesome. Keep doing it. We have 15 seconds and then we're starting. Same pattern, okay? Also same adjustments. If you need to adjust, that's fine. Here we go. Starting in 3, so kayak, kayak, press. 3, 2, and we're on the clock. 1, 2. 1 minute here. Okay. Remember, I also want pain-free range of motion. So if this overhead doesn't work for you, don't do it. Just take it out. That's fine. Make sure you're also keeping your eyes off of your hands when you go overhead. There should be no looking at the dowel. It won't help you. It'll just make your neck cranky. Up. You are 30 seconds in. Rotate with that belly button. Your core should feel quite alive or tired by now. We've done a lot of rotating. Ten seconds here, almost done. Do what you can. Getting ready to transition. Here we go. And we're rotating punch. In and rotate punch. Keep it low, guys. It's right in front of the belly button. Punch and then pull. Punch and then pull. That turns into a full torso rotation. Your rotator muscles are so important. We do it all the time, right? We're always rotating and twisting and grabbing and reaching and bending. We got to get these suckers strong. Stop us from getting injured, right? You always hear of that person like, oh, I just bent over wrong or twisted to grab the like 0.05 ounce like garbage can or garbage bag on the floor and I pulled my back or I pulled my side, right? It has nothing to do with the weight, it's technique. And ready, and you are done. Excellent. All right, everybody, we have time for a little rotation just to stretch out the rotational muscles. So you're gonna sit tall. I usually do this one as an ending anyways, so most of you should know this. You're gonna grab whatever it is at your side, the rim of your chair or your outside of your leg, and you're gonna rotate and look over your shoulder, and we're gonna be here for about 30 seconds. If you're twisting so much that you can't breathe, untwist a bit. You've gone too far, okay? Especially because your heart rate was just probably a little bit elevated. So you should allow the breathing, okay? And then just be here. You're done. You've done the hard part. And slowly unwind that. Other side. Here we go. You're on the clock. And slowly unwind that. And last little thing, we're just going to do a few of those reaches again. Up and over, reach your side body, and switch, reach, Feeling that armpit stretch right along here. And again, or you're just holding. Last two here, reach. And one more. And bring it down. Excellent. Awesome, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. That was a intense workout with rows and rotations. That's always a hard combo. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you got a good workout, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Stay if you'd like. I'll be on here for another minute or two if you have any questions or comments. Otherwise, have a great day.